Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to show you how you can take an event and how it gets blown up with a whole lot of interpretations. And this happens mostly, of course, when you're very young, because you're very egocentric and you think the whole world revolves around you. So this is how an event like father leaving at, say, age 5 might affect a young female. So let's say this is the event itself. And this is father leaving. Father leaves. Okay, and of course around that event, him leaving, there will be some pain immediately, of course. So we'll indicate that with the red. That's the pain around the event itself. But now, here comes the interesting part. Because as soon as the child of 5 registers what's going on, here are the kind of interpretations that she would make. Father is leaving me. Now that's the first interpretation. Leaving me, not leaving the family, not leaving my mother, not going away for a certain reason, but leaving me. Because we haven't yet seen why father is leaving. We don't know why he's leaving. It could be that he has a job, could be he's going to war, it could be anything. But father's leaving me. And the way I see that is, oh my goodness me, my father was the one who said he was always going to be around. He was always going to be my daddy. I was daddy's little girl. Therefore, he must have found out something about me that's not very nice, and he must not be loving me anymore. He must have found out something about me, and I'm not good enough for him anymore because he's leaving. If I was good enough, he wouldn't be leaving. If I was lovable, he wouldn't be leaving. If he's leaving, it must mean that he doesn't love me, because he always said that he would love me, would never leave. But so that must mean if he is leaving, he can't love me. That's just how it is. And after 5 years of him telling me that he loved me, and now he doesn't, now he's leaving me. And that's how it's going to be with all men, I'm sure, because that's the way it always will be. People will always leave me after 5 years. Men can never be trusted. If I can't trust my own father, who can I trust? No man on earth can I possibly trust if my own father leaves me, because that's just the way it is. I can't trust anybody, and I'm not lovable, and I'm not good enough for anybody, and that's just going to be the way it is for the rest of my life. So you see, that's how interpretations get made up about the actual event. And as you can see from the diagram, if we are generous, we could say that the actual event itself, in terms of the pain of the event itself, is 10%. The other 90% is in the interpretation. You could say that this is genuine pain, this is suffering. This is the event, this is what we make up about it. And we even compound it. We even create more situations of the same. So let's say we create someone else leaving me now, because it reminds me of this particular one. Now there's some more pain around that, and the interpretations come thick and fast around that one too. Even though I might be a young adult, but my original pain now will kick in, and I will say, there you are, see, no one loves me, everybody leaves me after 5 years, that's just the way it is, no one loves me, I'm unlovable, and so on. And then maybe you'll do the same thing again at a later time in your life. And so you do another one over here, somebody leaving you after probably 5 years or 10 years or multiples of 5. And you do the same thing again, interpretations, more and more suffering, so you compound it, and so on and so forth. More and more suffering, all connected though to the original. All connected to the original set of interpretations though that you made about the actual event of father leaving. So, what you need to do now then is to look at your own story as if it were this, and see what interpretations you have made up and still are generating more and more of the same. And see whether you can determine a diagram like this of how your story about what happened to you as a child has actually been built up and magnified and leveraged over and over again. And then have a look and see how much attachment you have to each one of those interpretations, because that's the degree of resistance to letting it go.